You're in charge of this over here because I can't reach it anymore. Oh.
What do I need to do?
Hit the top left button. Hey, what is going on, friends and family? Welcome to the Human Hope Podcast. This is episode 87 of the Human Hope Podcast. I got a co-host, and I got one question for you. Y'all ready for this? Come on. You dancing, baby? Come on, dance. You're looking right here too. Hey, welcome to the Human Hope Podcast with your host Carlos Enrique Whittaker Guzman Chamel, or Los for short. And speaking of short, I got my shawty with me.
I am short.
You are short, baby. You're short. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Heather Barcume Woodworth Whittaker to the podcast.
I am here.
You sound really excited to be here.
Well, I'm a little concerned for two reasons. One is I forgot that you actually had video, so I have been up since 4 o'clock and was like, yeah, let's just go record, not realizing.
Right.
Have you ever seen that Lisa Turkhurst where she did an interview on like live TV and she had like she did not know it was video. She it was in her pajamas. That's kind of how I felt. And then,
well, to be fair, you did put makeup on today. She had
4 o'clock this morning.
Yeah, I know,
it is 8 o'clock at night.
What does that mean? Does it rub off?
It's kind of all melted off, yeah. Oh. And then number two is I came down and I sat at your desk and there was a little figure of Pope and I started to cry. So not only I have no makeup and then I melted it off by tears. So that is why, anyways, I'm a little distracted by.
Who's Pope?
Pope was our first dog that we lost last year, and he has this cute little figure. You see it? Somebody made it for him.
So sweet.
And I started to cry.
She started to cry because we have two dogs. We have two dogs right now that aren't Pope.
They are not.
And you literally said, while you were crying, he was the best dog, and I have to deal with those two dogs upstairs right now.
I do love them, but they are
something else. We've got Santa hats on because today is the holiday episode.
Yeah, how fun is this? I like it.
Yeah, we're gonna do a holiday episode today. So Heather and I are just gonna talk holidays. We're gonna talk about some of the things, some of the traditions as a family we like to do in the holidays. Maybe how we grew up with the holidays.
Yep.
What else do we want to talk about the holidays?
Maybe like what we're asking for Christmas.
Oh, sure. Like maybe some little gift guide episode.
Hint.
Oh, okay. I've already bought all your presents.
Are you serious about that?
I
have a very hard time believing that.
Well, obviously it depends on what all means to you, but I thought when I got finished shopping that day on Black Friday, I thought,
wow, I bought all her presents.
but now you're because I never buy presents on time.
It's like if we're lucky on the 23rd.
Yeah, I mean, last year I feel like I was shopping the day before. You know, I'm just bad at gifts.
You're not.
Yeah.
You're not.
I'm not?
You're not. You just are bad at making the time to go get the gifts.
Yeah, no, it's true. I am. Okay, well, babe, let's hop into this.
What's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday?
Yeah.
Christmas.
And when does Christmas start for you?
Christmas starts on November 1st for me. The day after Halloween is when I start pulling all the blow-up boxes out. And
actually, that's not true because now Christmas has started a little earlier because we are Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
We are Mr. and Mrs. Claus for Halloween. At our church's trunk or treat. And so we've done that for 2 years in a row. Yeah. And so the kids come trunk or treating and they're always like, half of them look confused, half of them look excited. But yeah,
multiple moms have said, oh, we're going to go do this. Is that where Santa Claus was?
It's good to know that I'm now kind of known for being Santa around the little kids. We also do a thing during the Christmas season since we started being Mr. and Mrs. Claus for Halloween, where we invite, because we have old kids now, like our kids. Well, we have adult kids and a 16-year-old. And so like our friends most of them don't have toddlers.
Right.
And so we love, our friends with toddlers.
A different season.
Yeah, it's just a different season. So we're like, hey, why don't we invite all our friends that have little kids to come to our house? And so in my front yard, we have all the blow-ups and all the lights. We serve hot chocolate and they sit on my lap.
Take pictures.
Take pictures. All this to say, though, was it last year that somebody was started catching on? Who was it? One of the kids.
Well, it was the problem with the children that actually come to our house all the time. So some of them were like,
looking in my eyes.
What's happening here? Like,
they're like, why? And I think we may have been ruining Christmas more for them than others. But
so fun.
It was fun. And then one other story at Trick or Treat this year. Whose kid was it that recognized me?
It was Dakota.
Dakota, straight up. How old is he? 6, 5?
Yeah, 4.
Yeah, he's like, were you Santa Claus? And I was like, no, I wasn't Santa Claus. But I was like, oh my gosh, the kid's got it figured out.
He's
so
like,
anyway.
why do you have that gold bag?
Yeah. He's like, why do you have a gold bag? And I was like, oh man, it was just bad. So Christmas season around the Whittaker casita. Babe, take us somewhere. Where do you want to go? Christmas.
Let's talk about how we grew up.
Okay.
So I think we grew up different.
Yes.
My family was, it wasn't necessarily like as big as we do it, but it was big. It was lots of presents, lots of people, lots of, parties, lots of decorations. It just was, the house always had string lights on it. It just was
not like our house has.
Not like ours. We didn't have blow-ups, but we did do a lot of lights, and it just was everything was just big.
Big.
We didn't have a lot of money, but somehow it just was so much fun. So we had lots of presents. That's kind of where we got everything. We didn't get anything during the year. We didn't get back to school shopping. We didn't get any of that. It was like Christmas and your birthday. That's when you got your underwear. That's when you got like literally everything. So it just was full of things.
So there was just a lot. Like as a kid, you would wake up.
Stockings and Santa and then other presents. And then the family would come over and then you get presents from them. And so it was huge, which also led to a letdown when I became an adult and I had to provide that for myself.
Yes, because I wasn't providing that for her.
You were not.
Because that's not how I grew up.
Right.
I didn't grow up with tons and tons of presents at Christmas. I didn't grow up with, we would grow up because, my family's from Los Angeles, but then we moved to Atlanta. So we would always be traveling like across the country at Christmas time to go back to LA. And we'd be at my Tia Nancy's house and my mom was there and my mom. And so it was very Mexican. It was very tamales. It was very the food.
We have adapted to that.
Yes. The food side on my mom and my dad's side, the food was like a real big deal at Christmas time. Presents were, we got presents, but it definitely wasn't like I think I would maybe get 5 presents at Christmas. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Did y'all do stockings at Christmas?
Never did stockings, but we did Dia de los Reyes.
In January.
And I said that wrong. All of the Hispanics liking us right now are so mad at me. Right now they're like, anyway. And so we would do, the
You don't know what it is, do you?
Yeah, the 3 Kings.
Say it.
Day of the Kings. Mom, I apologize. I live in Nashville, freaking Tennessee. Okay. I'm not speaking Spanish every day, but we would do that. And so we get extra presents, like on that. And it was always little, but again, my dad was a minister. We weren't rolling just like your family wasn't rolling.
No, but what was funny is one year, we actually had some really hard years to where I remember people, like a lady down the street let us cut down a Christmas tree in her backyard. And
really?
And then meals being brought to us. And even in that year, Carlos is playing with my little Christmas hat on. For those who aren't watching on YouTube.
Yeah.
But that year we made awards literally out of not awards, presents. We made the best, whatever. It wasn't the best dad, but it was the best something. We had to come up with something creative and honor my parents didn't realize that, but in our vocabulary now, we were honoring what we saw in those people. And we were, and it was really cheesy and dumb at the time. But I look back and I think, oh, it was actually really awesome,
Yeah.
Even when we had nothing, literally nothing.
Yeah.
We still gave, and it still was something that was
well, and that's good, and I think, hey, listen, if you're out there listening and you're like, man, I don't have enough money for
There's always
groceries,
something to give.
Right?
There's always something to
You
give.
can still give something.
You can write a letter. You can make something out of a leaf. There's so much that you can do.
What can you make out of a leaf, babe?
I don't know. Like you can press it and then you can put it, like make a little card or something.
No, it's true. It's true. So give, and I think you can even give extravagantly when you have nothing.
Absolutely. One of my favorite gifts is re-gifting. Like some of my favorite gifts are like when my grandma gives me something old of hers, whether it's, her dad's hammer, which we got one year, or, like different things like that. It could be something that is, like just sentimental to them.
Yeah.
Passing it on, like you're going to pass it on eventually. Regardless. So why don't you
do it while you're alive?
Yeah. Things like that.
That's true.
Yeah.
And our kid, Sohaila especially likes to make things. Sienna does too. They'll make things for us. Sohaila will take a picture or something.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying, yeah.
Yeah, stuff like that. So, and it's actually, and so all that to say, like, I didn't grow up with Christmas morning being like big, but because I married her, like,
well, you are the worst of us all.
Well, hold on. Because I married her, like,
don't blame this on me.
Our Christmas mornings have gotten massive. Now they weren't always big.
They were always as big as we could make them.
As we can make them, as far as just feeling big. Now
you are out of control. Like I'm like, oh, we're done shopping, and then
shopping. Like, no, opening presents.
No, I'm like in the Christmas time before going, oh, we're done. I got everyone. And you're like, oh, well, I kind of already got this and that. Now I'm like, this year, I'm like, I don't even know.
No, this year there's none of that. But I do always like to pull well, Daddy has one more present for you.
It's ridiculous too. It's not just like, oh, here's the sweater you've been asking for. It's like, here's the new guitar, or it's dumb.
It is. But I feel like, have I set my kids up for like disappointment at some point?
Yes, 100%. Let's just disappoint them this year.
Let's be honest, like, there's a recession coming in 2023. Like, it is coming. It is on paper. It is documented. It is coming. So I'm like, oh man, like maybe we just started off small just the whole time, and then I give them something big or small, and whatever. So yeah, so Heather's ruined me with that Christmas. So yeah, what do you guys do at Christmas? Like what are the things that you?
A lot of people do like. They do that 4 thing where it's like something they need, something they want, something to read, something to wear. Which at first when the kids were young, I thought, oh, that's fun. But I just love presents. I am a gift giver. And so to only have 4 and to have to like, no, I want more. I love it. So,
but I love that.
It's a great idea. And if that's your, like, I think it's creative. I think it's, yeah.
But because even like at birthdays, we go like the birthday string. So it's like,
sorry.
What? Yeah.
I love celebrations. I love presents. I love presents, and I love more presents.
Yeah.
I love making people cry when they get their presents.
Yes.
That's always a goal.
Yeah. Every Christmas, the girls cry. At least Losai doesn't cry. The girls cry.
He cried once, I think, when we gave him like a PlayStation or something like that.
Remember when your brother Jesse cried when he got a Dreamcast? Sega Dreamcast?
No.
Oh. Remember what your uncle gave him with that Dreamcast?
Yes. It was very inappropriate for
It was. Okay, so continuing on at the Human Hope Holiday Special here.
Ho, ho,
ho. What else? What else can we talk about? Like as far as like the Christmas season for those that are watching or listening right now. Here's the deal. So, a lot of you are... I feel like sometimes when you talk about Christmas traditions, sometimes people may hear that and think it's too late. You know what?
Yeah.
Like my...
Well, that is one reason why I wanted to do this week.
Oh, tell me why.
Oh, you're talking about too late in their childhood.
Too late? No.
I thought you were saying in the year.
Well, it could work, but no, I'm saying too late as far as like,
gotcha.
Oh, I've got 15-year-old, like I'm not gonna start a new tradition because we're, and so I feel like people may be thinking like, and I'm like, no, you can start a new tradition when your kid's 24.
For sure.
Like you can start a new tradition, like go for it, like have fun. Like traditions don't have to be.
It takes about 1 or 2 years.
Yep.
Because it's so funny when the kids, even now, they'll be like, oh, we used to do this every year. And I'm like, I think we did that twice, but it just gets in their head. But, What's your favorite tradition we do at Christmas?
My favorite tradition, there's two of them.
Okay.
The first one is the fact that we go to Home Depot to get our tree
every year.
Yeah, and Sayana's opinionated, and
we usually fight because we usually don't fight about
it. So like, I don't know why that ended up being a tradition, but it just is. That's where we get our trees, Home Depot. Some people get their tree from a Christmas tree farm. Some people.
Well, I think because when we were younger, like just married, that was the cheapest place to get it at, was like one of those box stores. And then we moved, and that's just where we went. Yeah. And now it's kind of our funny tradition.
Yeah. So we haven't done that yet, which I'm a little, it's November 30th and we don't have a tree yet.
We do have a fake tree up.
Yeah, we do. That's my first one. The second one is Christmas pasta.
Yeah.
So on Christmas Eve, I'm not quite sure how this started, but we make pasta, and we've been doing it since the kids were little.
Yeah. Well, I think because we both come from such rich food traditions around the holiday. Your family does the tamales and my family does pizza. We kind of were like, let's make our own. And we just found the best recipe. It was so delicious. The sauce. Yeah. And then you and Sayana started to make the pasta, and then it just became a thing.
Did we make the pasta the first year? Like homemade pasta?
Yes, every year. And some years it's been really terrible.
Yeah. I mean, listen, we're luckily, okay, so I think we started when Sayana was 6 or 7 or something like that. And so like I was obviously in charge of figuring out the recipe for the pasta and all the things. And it, it was horrible at the beginning. It got a little better. Smushy. Yeah, it got a little better. And, but it's just fun because the pasta dries and then it falls all over the floor and it's just messy everywhere. And then, finally we'll combine it and eat it. And it's been so good. But now my daughter, Sayana, is like a really good cook.
Yeah.
And so now like she cares. So like we were in New York City and she's like buying like the pasta from the Italian store. And like, so she's kind of transitioned into being in charge now. Yeah. So yeah, that's mine. What about yours? What's your favorite?
Well, I do love the food. I still carry on the tradition of making tamales that I love.
Tamales.
It's the only time we make them. On Christmas time.
Yep. All the kids help. One
thing that I did, and I probably started this in this house, so within the last 6 years, where I would just take a blank, what is that called? Index card. Uh-huh. I put the year on it.
Yep.
And then on the back side, I put like your favorite, I don't know, it's 4 or 5 things. Favorite memory of the year, favorite place you traveled, favorite, show you watched, friends that you're hanging out with. Yes. And I just have this list of like, just things that are that year. And then on the other side, it's what do you hope for or dream for the next year.
Yeah.
And so it's so fun when you pull out your stocking at the beginning of the season to like look at those cards and see.
Because do we have the cards from all the years?
Yeah, we just keep them in a little envelope, and so they just stack up. So you get to go back.
So literally since our kids were like 5 years old.
No.
How old?
Well, it was 5 years ago that we started it.
Are you sure?
Positive. I said it was in this house. Were you not just listening 2 seconds ago?
No, but we've been in this house for
7 years.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I guess so. And actually I wasn't listening very well because I was thinking about the next thing I was going to say while you were talking. So I'll go ahead and be honest with you. But okay, so even 5 years ago, right?
No,
so
but it's so fun because think about your friends change, the shows you watch change. Because
we would write your best friend, right? Like on there. Is that something? Because I remember I would write like guy friends,
just your closest friends,
and that's really changed too for me. Mm-hmm. Like it's actually depressing. I'm like, why don't I talk to these people anymore? No, but it is. It's good to like.
It's so fun.
Remember, it's fun. I do like that tradition.
I love free traditions.
Yes, we like free traditions too.
Yeah.
We what else do we do? What are some other Christmas? Elf on the Shelf ran as long as it possibly could.
I was over that thing the first year.
We did that probably starting 2010. No, we did it the other in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yeah.
Also like 2007. Yeah. Listen, Elf on the Shelf has been around a minute. And then Sayana was the one that was like, Dad, like Lucia needs the Elf on the Shelf when he was like 13, and we're like, I think he's okay now. No, we need to do it. So that was probably the last time we did it.
Although, excuse me, she was like, do you know where the Elf on the Shelf is?
Wait, when did she say that?
Like 2 days ago. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, but y'all are going to have to pitch in. She's like, okay.
No way. That's fun. Yeah. We're going to do Elf on the Shelf with teenagers.
Young, I would always get, and we didn't travel like we do now, I would always get an ornament wherever we traveled to. Mm-hmm. And so our Christmas tree is fun to look at because there's lots of ornaments.
Yeah.
What other? Obviously, you decorate, which is a tradition
That
now.
has become a tradition, which is only... When did we get our first blow up? Like 5 years ago, maybe?
Probably.
And then first strain of lights, and then it just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
That we're like having to call electricians out to get more
power running to our
outside.
Power grid. I am Clark Griswold. I love it. No, yeah, that's good. So what do you want to talk about next? But wait, I don't want you to start it yet. I just want you to tell me what we're going to talk about, because what we're going to do right now is take a quick break to let two of our show partners, and listen, we are grateful. We're looking in the camera.
What are we grateful for?
We're grateful for our partners, and we're grateful for the listeners that go visit the partners, because it helps the partners stay partnered so that we can keep doing what we're doing. So we're just grateful to everybody for partnering with Human Hope. And we will be back in just a second to continue our Human Hope holiday extravaganza.
Ho, ho, ho.
Our next partner has a product I use literally every day. That is AG1. I started taking Athletic Greens because, well, y'all know if you've been listening to the podcast long enough, I had a little bit of gut problems, and we won't get into specifics, but I went to the doctor. I changed my diet. I did things that helped me a little bit. Who knew that starting to take Athletic Greens would be the thing that took me from being okay to being really good? And so now I've been taking it for over a year. And not only is my gut health better, but I just feel like I'm sharper in my thinking. I've got more energy. You see, AG1, every single scoop, I absorb 75 high-quality vitamins, minerals, whole food source, superfoods, probiotics, and so much more. I take it every single day. I take even like when I travel, you guys know I'm on planes all the time. I take the little packs, the little, one serving packs, and they've served me so well. And, I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, my mom had me taking those Flintstone multivitamins. Now, those probably weren't really great because they're so filled with sugar, but my mom knew the importance of taking a multivitamin, and Athletic Greens has so many of those for us as well. So to make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/humanhope. Again, that is athleticgreens.com/humanhope to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. Our next partner on Human Hope this week is my favorite mortgage company, United Faith Mortgage, and they can help us right now. And why do we need help right now? Well, because it is crazy out in those streets. I don't know about you, but the cost of everything is ridiculous right now. And because of that, there's a lot of people that are struggling financially. So even though interest rates are up, and they've dropped down a little bit the last few weeks, but listen, even though they're up, the other benefit is that home values are crazy through the roof right now as well after the last few years. So for some people, today's still a unique opportunity to use all that new money in your home and do a cash out refinance to help with all the crazy of everything. And guess what? United Faith Mortgage can help. Just head over to unitedfaithmortgage.com to see how they can help you. United Faith Mortgage is a DBA of United Mortgage Corp, Melville, New York. For licensing information, go to nmlsconsumeraccess.org. NMLS number 1330. Equal housing lender. Not licensed in Alaska, Hawaii, Georgia, North Dakota, South Dakota, and Utah. We are back from our break, and Heather just said she wants to circle back around to finish the previous conversation.
Yeah, I just want people out there, because I know everyone is at Christmas time just, strapped for money. Obviously, even if you have a lot of money, you're spending a lot of money, right? And so you're, for most people, trying to figure out the best way to create memories. But yet it doesn't have to cost anything, really. Yeah. Like those cards, even like our meal. Yes, we make pasta, but that doesn't even cost a lot. And if you don't want to make pasta, just simply, you can't.
What
are you doing?
My head was getting hot.
No, I have hat head now, so I can't take off my hat.
For those not watching, I put on my regular hat, trucker hat, which
because he had a Santa Claus hat on.
Oh, hold on. It was on naughty. Now it's on nice. Okay, keep going. Finish.
So, I mean, traditions are about, like, literally, if you started having Kraft macaroni and cheese every Christmas Eve for the next 3 years, your kids are going to, or family are going to be like, that's what we do on Christmas Eve. And it costs you $1. Yeah. So like things like that, it's repetition. It's just being thoughtful, and it's being together. Even some things that we do, like with the Elf on the Shelf, we always, he always brings underwear. how'd you know where I was going?
Because that's the only thing he always brings.
Underwear, and he throws it all over the Christmas tree. So one morning when they wake up, there's underwear all over the Christmas tree.
Which was really cute when my daughters were like 5.
You don't like...
I don't love seeing 20-year-old Sohaila's underwear on the tree anymore. Can I just let that be something that is known now?
Yeah.
So can maybe the elf put it, like tuck it somewhere so dad doesn't have to see the underwear?
So then, but simple things like that.
Yeah.
Christmas, it's about being together. It's, about doing the same things over and over. Same thing. Like I have a group of friends, same friends. We don't do everyday life together. These people, some do, but for the most part, like we're in community, but we're not like always hanging out.
Right. We
only get together at Christmas time, just us. But we do a favorite things party, and it is so much fun. It is like a non-negotiable is what we do. We have another set of friends that we get together every Christmas. Yeah. Some families, and we play Jeopardy, like a
cheesy Christmas game.
It's just so much fun.
Yeah.
And those are the things that like traditions make up. It's about Christmas is about getting together. Yes. It's about celebrating. It's about having fun and good food. And so that's accessible to every single person. Yeah,
it is. And I love that. I mean, maybe that's the thing that you take away from this whole conversation is like, you know what? This year, like I'm going to be very intentional with the time that I spend with those that I love, be very, do it. That in and of itself may be the gift, right? That may be the gift. Suddenly like your sister-in-law is like, oh my gosh, like Glenda, she's just spending a lot of time with us, right? I don't know if there's a Glenda that's listening to this. Let me know. But I love that, babe. You're so good at that too. You're so good at that.
Thanks.
It is December 1st, so it's the first day. This is the first year though that literally like on our family calendar, like you already have like I feel like every other night is taken up by something.
It's the worst it's ever been. I do not like.
What happened?
I had a friend going, "Hey, can you come over to our farm one morning in December?" I'm like, I can do it the 20th, and that's the only day I have.
Oh, I hate that. I hate this part.
I don't. I'm so excited. There's so many fun things.
There is.
You're going to a Falcon game.
We are. We're going to the Atlanta Falcon game this weekend. Rise up. We're still in the playoff race, even though we're 5-7. We're still second place in the NFC South, and we could possibly still make the.
Sorry about that, guys.
Sorry, we could probably still make the playoffs. I'm super excited about the Falcons game. Okay, so Christmas.
What do you want for Christmas?
What do I want for Christmas? So I have a Pinterest. Where's my phone? Do I not have my phone?
No,
I have a Pinterest, like a little family Pinterest thing, like gifts for Carlos. And so like, I'm on there, like putting all my gifts that I want. And the kids are like, Dad, can you put on your Pinterest board? But then Sayana was like, Dad, how come all your gifts are like $1,000?
Whatever. She's the same. She put a scarf on there that's like $230.
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm not buying you a scarf for $230.
No, heck no. No, that could be like four Christmases worth of presents. But I don't know. Like, I think that I want. I
haven't really bought you much, so give me some ideas.
You haven't? So the dogs ate my Timberlands. So I would like a pair of Timberlands.
But you've already had those. That's not fun.
What? They were literally a staple of my wardrobe. Like I would wear them numerous times a week, and now they're gone.
They also ate your other shoe that was a staple.
But so if you guys are looking at my feet on Instagram and you're seeing like, ooh, Carlos is struggling down there below the ankles, that would be why, because my dogs have eaten my shoes. Shout out to the dog that never ate a shoe.
Not one.
Oh, cute guy. Babe, I don't, I think I would continue to like to grow in my fly fishing gear collection. I know that's not fun for you to hear, but
you have absolutely everything you need.
I actually don't. I would like a 9-foot 2-weight rod. I would actually like to move from a sling pack to a fanny pack, because when I was fly fishing with Nate Lampa, he had a fanny pack on, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I think I want to go that direction now. So I don't know, like I'm thinking fly fishing stuff. I think that at least for me, I have a hard time asking for things. And let me just be honest, just because like I just buy things that I want throughout the year,
which makes gift giving really hard.
So like I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I want that, and then I'm sorry I'm that guy to buy for. So
I feel really stuck this year. Like I don't have anything creative for anyone.
Normally you are like a baller with the creative.
I know I'm creative. I have something sentimental. I have usually a trip that we're excited about, but the girls are going to Paris, and so I don't have a trip because they're going to Paris. I'm stuck. I don't know.
What do you mean the girls are going to Paris? Explain to them. Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Our girls are going to Paris for 6 weeks in January.
They are. Okay. So I'm looking at my Pinterest right now.
Hey, I have that thing.
Pulling up my, nope, not my shopping list. Carlos's gift guide. Oh, okay. A Carhartt, this Carhartt meant like jacket.
I think we have that in our closet.
No, we don't. It's Charlie Niece's and it's too small.
Oh.
Okay. The Ember travel mug, Ember. I'm giving even you guys some, and then there's a bunch of waiters.
Tips for people.
I like these like kind of puffy coat things. But
it's not a regular one. What is that?
No, these are very colorful ones. So this is called.
What's that brand's name?
Cotopaxi.
Yeah, it's popular. The girls have the little fanny packs.
Okay, Cotopaxi. I like that. And I'm obviously like I've turned into a man purse guy. So like I've got some man purses. Stance socks.
No, the next one. I looked at it. Did you know how much the price that is?
Okay, so again, for those of you not staring at my computer right now, it's the My Bird Buddy, which all of you have, if you follow me on Instagram, at one point or another, you've sent it to me in my DMs. Carlos, you need this. So the My Bird Buddy is a bird feeder that takes
that is like
sends you a video.
$300.
Sends you a video.
Not buying a bird
sends you
feeder
a video
for $300.
Sends you a video of the bird and actually tells you what bird it is. And then so like I can just see and they're like my birds because they're the birds that live in my yard. So anyway, there's the My Bird Buddy. Like those, a pipe. I wanted like a new pipe kit. I used to be really into pipes. Okay, these Fellow mugs. Okay, they're called Fellow mugs.
Where you had one?
I did. I left it. I left it in my fly fishing guides.
Do you think I want to buy another one?
Montana. So you didn't buy me the first one. And then Fly Fisherman Magazine.
That other thing?
What's that? Where?
Oh, ping pong.
Oh, this carbon ping pong paddle. So, but I kind of want to take that off because no one's playing ping pong with me anymore. So yeah, those are some of the things that I want. Good. There's my gifts. What about you, babe? What
I don't know. Pull my thing up so I can remember.
Oh no. Heather.
What was my favorite gift last year?
Oh, I don't know.
That we went to Vermont. That was so much fun.
And can I tell you? Babe, I don't see you. Like I don't see you. Keep talking because I don't want to edit. I don't want to edit.
If you guys have not seen our tragedy in Vermont, when there was a fresh snow, and so we were so excited, we went out and the Airbnb that we had gave us sleds, and we went down to this hill, and it was so soft. We were so pumped, and sure enough, we went down.
Yep.
And got pummeled. We did.
We got destroyed.
Snow.
We got destroyed. It was actually like right when I started TikToking. Babe, I can't find you.
Why am I not on Pinterest? Your pins. You're looking at my pins.
I'm looking at my pins. I need to look in all pins. There it is.
Ladies, got to teach this guy how to use Pinterest.
Okay, right there. H gifts.
Oh yeah. Okay, this is exciting, guys.
Here we go.
Shoes. Obviously, I love shoes. I would love a what is that called? Like a sourdough warming.
Are you asking me what a sourdough warming thing is?
I really like that set of.
I got you a jewelry for your birthday.
I know. I took it back and then I exchanged it. Thank you for this. Are you wearing it right now?
Oh, that's cool.
But I like the set of 3 right there. Say on the camera.
You're going to have to explain this more. There's people that are listening to the podcast.
There's like a strand of pearls, a like braided gold one, and then another kind of gold one. Rebounder. Okay,
so hold on. Can we stop here for a second? This may be the most random thing that I saw on your Pinterest board.
It's so good for your health.
You never ask for exercise stuff.
It's not for exercising.
It's not for exercising?
No.
What do you mean it's not for exercising? There's a woman in leotards, or is that what you call them these days? Leotards? Leggings. Bouncing like she's doing a workout.
Yeah, no. You can do workouts on them.
Oh, then what are you going to do on it?
It's very good for your body.
Doing what? Jumping?
Things.
What in the world?
Remember when you said the 3 kings and you didn't really know the exact details?
Yeah.
I've read about it, and it's really good for your...
if it's good for your body and it's trampoline, can I tell you something that probably is you're not going to like? It means you're going to exercise on it.
No. Like, it's good for like your lymphatic. I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to look this up. Can you look that up real quick?
What is it? The rebounder?
Yeah. Rebounder benefits. Oh, lymphatic. See, I was on the right thing.
Gentle bouncing on a mini trampoline for at least 10 to 15 minutes will stimulate your lymphatic system. Can I tell you what that is? That's called exercising, baby. You're going to be exercising on it. You're going to get sweaty.
Your lymphatic system is what gets blocked up. And for
we're agreeing on the same thing. Because you're exercising, it's going to help your lymphatic system.
Okay. Moving on.
Okay. Okay, so a trampoline thing.
You know what? I also would like one of those lights that when I like put pictures of like my food.
Oh, they make those things up? Yeah. You literally just can use one of my things.
But up in the kitchen that I could just keep there.
Yeah, you just keep this up there.
No, I'm not going to keep a big ring light.
No, this thing. It's an arm for a microphone, but I've got a thing I can put your phone on.
I need a light. I don't need my phone.
Oh, this is a light?
Yeah, hold your phone and the light.
Oh, it's called gooseneck versus canvas.
Yeah, there's 2 different kinds.
But what's canvas. Canvas is shopcanvas.co. So apparently, so you guys know, it's a ring light that, you know, when you see people like using both their hands to draw something or paint something or do like lessons or cook or something like that. Like it's this sort of light that people are using. So, okay, let's get to know, babe. What else we got here?
I like shoes. I like jewelry.
You like rings? You're a big ring person.
I like rings. Oh, this is a portable potting tray. That's fun.
What does that mean? It's when you're
potting things, dirt can get everywhere and it just stays in this little contraption thing. Yeah.
I like that, babe. Hopefully we gave them some good gift ideas. You want a
Italy,
trip too?
Somewhere.
And Heather wants a trip too.
I love trips.
Hey, we're going to come back in just a second to finish out the conversation. And we got 2 more partners for you guys to hang on to, and then we'll be right back. This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. I love that BetterHelp has helped so many of my friends through rough seasons. What exactly is BetterHelp? Well, BetterHelp is online, on your phone, on your laptop, therapy. Okay. Unfortunately, life doesn't come with a user manual. So when it's not working for you, as it has a lot of my friends that I've sent to BetterHelp, it's normal to feel stuck. Okay. Navigating any of life's challenges can make you feel unsure, whether it's a career change, a new relationship, or becoming a parent. Life doesn't have to be upside down in order to go find a little bit of help. No, you can go to betterhelp.com and they will help you in whatever season you find yourself in. So this is what I want you to do. I need you to understand BetterHelp has matched 3 million people with professionally licensed and vetted therapists, available 100% online, and it's affordable. This is what I want you to do. Head over to betterhelp.com/humanhope. That is BetterHelp.com/humanhope to find a little help in your life today. Do y'all want to know how I spell Thanksgiving? Ready? BACON. Bacon. Why? Well, because I ate so much bacon over Thanksgiving, and all my bacon and my turkey came from the one and only Butcher Box. That is right. Butcher Box is partnering once again here with Human Hope. And I want to let y'all know, okay? I want to let y'all know, Butcher Box does not play. Their meats are 100% grass-fed, okay? Free-range organic chicken, pork raised, crate-free. The pork is crate-free. That means it's running around, the little piggies are running around, and wild-caught seafood. It's humanely raised, no antibiotics or added hormones. Now, listen, it's so convenient. Free shipping for the continental United States, no surprise fees. That's really good. And they also send you some recipe inspiration, some guides, some tips, and some hacks. so that you can cook up your mouth-watering meals. Literally, I don't know if you can hear my mouth is watering right now thinking about my bacon. I ate so much bacon. I love eating bacon over the holidays, and I'm going to eat some more of my Butcher Box bacon coming up this December. This is what I want you guys to do. Sign up today at butcherbox.com/humanhope and use code HUMANHOPE, right? That's all one word, to get $10 off your first box and get this ground beef for the life of your membership. What? That's butcherbox.com/humanhope and use code HUMANHOPE to claim this deal. Okay, we back. Why did you just jump?
So
Closing it out, rounding third base towards home plate. Let's do like a little lightning round Christmas edition with Heather Whittaker and Carlos Whittaker. I'm going to ask you a couple questions, and first thing that pops to your head, you have to answer. Okay. Favorite gift you've ever gotten?
One of my favorite gifts is I went hiking with this is going to be really not a short story.
This is not lighting. This is more like photo shoot, like one long light. You left the light on?
Yes. Okay. So we went hiking with my brother, and if you know me, I loved finding treasures, and there was this probably like 5-foot huge telephone pole that had been tossed in a river, and it had metal around it, and I just really wanted to have him help me carry it out, and I was going to take it home with me, and he refused. And then a couple months later, I get this big box, and he had gone back and cut the piece.
Gone back
with a what's that thing called? A saw. And cut it and then mailed it to me. It's in our bathroom. It's my favorite.
Oh, that's the thing in our bathroom. People ask me all the time in my videos. They're like, "Hey, what is that in your bathroom?" Because I'll take Insta stories in my bathroom, and I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. It's one of Heather." But now it means even more. Yeah. See, it's those sentimental things.
My turn.
Okay, your turn.
Favorite thing to eat at Christmas time?
If I could chew eggnog, I would definitely count eggnog.
You practically can.
I love eggnog, but that's a drink. So
it hasn't been sitting so well.
No, it hasn't. My little belly's not doing very good. What, babe? Don't do that. I would say my second favorite thing to eat besides chewing eggnog is going to be our tamales. It just takes me home, takes me back to Paradise City. Okay, you hear the dogs barking. They are, I don't know who just got home, but next lightning round question for you. This is not very lightning. We're not very good at lightning. Okay, so we're just going to call this holiday round question time. This isn't lightning round. How about this for you? Oh, I was going to ask you something. What did I ask you last time? Favorite present? Favorite gift? Oh, okay. Favorite Christmas carol, and you have to sing it. Go.
Oh, you're so mean.
Come on, sing it.
Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Oh, the weather outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. I don't know if that's my favorite. Keep going. I like Rudolph. Let's sing that. Okay. We can do that at the end.
Okay, well, we'll finish at the end. Okay, there was my question. Your turn.
Oh, it's my turn. Okay. I'm out of questions.
She's out of questions. You got to throw one more at me.
Okay. Favorite holiday activity outside our house?
Oh, okay. Favorite holiday activity outside our house. This isn't going to count as a holiday activity. I'm sorry.
Why are you saying it?
Because it should be in the holidays, but it's kind of a fall thing. So, and we could do. Is it going to be a sports thing? No. It's going to be when we go on a hike at Radnor and we see how many people catch leaves.
That's fall.
I know,
it's not Christmas.
It's not Christmas. No. Oh, that's something that our family does. Is we go on a hike together.
This is a great example of traditions.
Uh-oh.
We did it maybe 2, maybe 3 years. We have not done it in 3 years for sure.
Oh, we haven't?
And yet it still sits because it's such a great memory. This is a great example of how you can do something.
And the something is, for everyone that wonders, real quickly in 10 seconds or less, we go on a hike. Of course, you take your kids hiking. They don't want to hike, but you go on a hike and we make it a game. When the leaves are falling, we say, hey, whoever at the end of the hike catches the most amount of leaves wins. And then we have like a champion. And
it's actually really, really hard to catch a leaf.
It's hard to catch a leaf. You look like a fool.
Okay, but that's
not Christmas. Outside Christmas activity for me is probably going to be 100% just setting up my lights.
Yeah. I have a great memory of something for those with littles. When they were younger, we would put them to bed, like we did every night. But one night we would kind of trick them, and because they were young, they didn't really know the time. We'd put them to bed early and say goodnight, turn off the lights, go to the kitchen, make hot chocolate, and then come back in their room with hot chocolate and say, just kidding, let's go look at Christmas lights. And so then we'd have them all in their pajamas and we'd have hot chocolate or whatever, and we'd go and drive around and look at Christmas lights. Another free one for you.
That's good, babe. That's good. I think that is the one that we need to end the podcast on, because I think that even if you don't have littles, why don't you if you're not married, put your roommate to bed and then go make some hot chocolate for your roommate, pick them back up and go look at Christmas lights. You can come by our neighborhood in Nashville and you can look at my Christmas lights as well. Hey, babe, thanks for hanging out on the Human Podcast. This was so
you're welcome.
You this is like the third time I've gotten you back on since you said you'll never be on the podcast again.
It was just Christmas.
Oh, that's the only reason why. All right, guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Would you like to sing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and I'll sing the other part?
Oh, I was going to put on our music, but you know what? Our parting music can be Rudolph.
Okay.
So hold on. It was going to be Dr. Delight. But you're telling me.
It's not very Christmassy.
No? Okay.
You ready?
Here we go. This is how we're sending you off, friends and family. We're just so appreciative that you're here. Here we go. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Let's hear it for Rudolph and his Lincoln nose.
And if you ever saw
it's incredible. Who would ever heard of a blinking nose? They say that all of the other big-time buddies
used to laugh and call him names. They never leapt for Rudolph.
Rudolph joining any reindeer games. Then one foggy Christmas Eve, Santa came around to say, Rudolph, oh Rudolph, I need your wink and blink and light for my sleigh tonight. Then how the reindeer loved how they loved him now.
As they shouted out with glee.
Oh yes, and
Rudolph the
how
red-nosed
my friend
reindeer,
Rudolph, you'll go down in history. You'll go down in his story.
Hey, we harmonized.
Yes, turd face. Merry Christmas.
Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose.